Hi, I'm Bilal Kharouni, CEO and co-founder of Ekei Labs. We are an early-stage startup based in Tokyo. The problem we want to solve is longevity adoption. We are convinced that in the following decades, longevity will be at the core of health routine. Before reaching such radical points, we need to implement new longevity habits from today. But, unfortunately, we believe that there are some barriers to this adoption. And I think that one of the biggest barriers there is actually the fact that longevity is not that inviting for everybody. And it is hard for me to say that, right? Because like many of you, I'm really passionate about longevity. I'm fascinated by that field. I've convinced my friends, I've convinced my family to try some supplements, to do some change in the diet, in their lifestyles. And they've been really excited about it, really enthusiastic about it. But many times I've noted that they end up losing motivation and don't follow through. I have thought about it a lot and I've highlighted 5 main reasons to explain this phenomenon. First of all, the offer can be confusing. Especially in Japan, where similar products can be extremely different in price, from $50 to $3,000 for the same molecule. Second of all, there is an adoption barrier due to the vast amount of knowledge to absorb. It can overwhelm and make some people think it's not for them. They can't appropriate the notions of longevity. Third, the result can seem distant. It's almost impossible to monitor results without realizing a biological age test by checking either the biomarkers or methylation. Then, I think that this uncertainty, this blur, can generate a lack of motivation. Consequently, the record habits to follow longevity treatments can't be established. Finally, Ekei has been founded by young people, and we have noticed that people from an age group don't really feel concerned by their aging. And for us it's a shame because it's more beneficial to prevent than repairing. Anyway, by consequence, even if there are people who are proactive towards aging, keen on self-experimentation and knowledgeable, most don't commit regularly to their longevity quest. And it's partially due because most don't have access to this knowledge, even though knowledge is essential to empowerment and to responsibility. So, how do we invite the bottom of the iceberg to begin the longevity journey? How can we initiate changes in the majority of the population who are reactive? Well, we believe that one of the answers resides in fun. It has been documented that gamification helps greatly to create new habits and to be familiarized with complex subjects. Recently, the elders have been using video games more and more frequently. Pokemon Go is a great example. It has been embraced and you can see in the street of Tokyo people in the late 60s actually running around to catch some Pokemon. It has helped some to ease from diabetes, to actually have a more active social life, and to recover to some from injuries. Also, it reduces the social life of many as they can find partners to play around. The thing with longevity is that aging isn't fun for us, right? The idea of aging itself can make people feel anxious. We believe that gamification can be a valuable tool for people to make radical change in their health. We have the technology for and we have the proof of concept for this. What we need right now is to present a rigorous longevity program as a friendly, entertaining experience. And here's our program. Our program is to build longevity frameworks. By that, we mean a personalized system built around the user to increase the lifespan and healthspan. From the biodata of one person, we tailor personalized nutraceutical treatments and nutraceutical cycles. In the future, we will also redirect towards third-party therapies. To help them become more familiarized with the framework and to be rigorous, the user is coached, guided, and monitored. You can see in this slide that right now we're working on 3 core aspects of this program, of this framework. The first one is Ekei. Ekei is extremely important. This is our humanized digital coaching companion that will guide user in his framework. Then we have Ekei Life, which is a gamified interface. And finally, Ekei Stack, our in-house data supplement collection. Let me show you how it works. First of all, it all starts with Ekei Life. It's our video game which aims to teach new knowledge and helps forming new habits. The player starts in a world that he has to save. And what is was really interesting and what we try to create is that this world is mirroring his own organism. As each organism is unique, each world to save will be unique as well. The more the player interacts in-game with his world, the more reward he will gain, and the more fitting his framework will be as we know more about him. There will be interaction with in-life actions such as taking regularly dietary supplements, and that will conduct to positive events inside the game. Then you can meet Ekei. This is your longevity companion. It's a bold companion during your bioportrait. Through chatting, it will guide you in your framework. It will also guide you in the world game. And the idea is that by interacting with you, it will always keep you on the right tracks. The challenge for us is to create an affectionate bond between Ekei and the user. The challenge is to create the most empathic character so it can be smoothly integrated into the life and really make change. For that, the relationship must be as natural as possible, and Ekei should deliver the right information at the right time. Ekei Stack is your longevity in life arsenal. It's composed of in-house dietary supplements that the user receives monthly in form of a stack, in form of a pouch, and it's curated just for them. With each Ekei cycle achieved, they received experience point that is converted to in-game rewards or some vouchers. The monthly stacks is created with the latest scientific discoveries, new product that we have been releasing, or an updated bioportrait. What we try to do with Ekei Stack is to always maintain a feeling of discoveries and progress. To sum up, we are confident that our offer could overcome the barriers of adoption by entertaining and guiding our users. The concept of recommendation for dietary supplements has been verified by a company like Care Of, based in New York, who sent 5 million recommendations in 4 years. We believe that people are eager to have recommendations to be guided in their consumption, and gaming could be a huge difference, especially in Japan, where the video game culture is huge and people play on their phones daily and they actually interact a lot with the video games on their phone. The high-tech market is forecasted to be worth more than $150 billion by 2030, and we are lucky because the elder already commit to take dietary supplements. On top of that, the average scientific knowledge is high and Japanese people tend to spend time researching on new trends, new lifestyle, new technologies. During the entire process of establishing Ekei in Japan, we have been pleasantly surprised that people actually knew about longevity, they actually knew about NAD+, and they were really curious to know more, they were really eager to know more about it. We believe that these factors make us confident that we can go through a seamless adoption of a longevity mindset. And for us, it's really exciting because we must build in Japan, as we believe it is a precursor of the global demographic transformation. The aging problem must be tackled here and now. 28% of the population is already aged over 65 years old, and Europe will be in a similar situation in 10 years. At Ekei, we think it's greatly rewarding for us to be trying to make change in a space that is highly concerned by this matter today. And we hope that the teachings and the experience that we're acquiring now in Japan will be valuable for other places. What we can do can be transported to other areas. Our software is highly scalable. The health and food regulation in Japan is one of the most strict in the world. We will be ready to export in other countries and to comply to most local regulations. Now, we have founded Ekei Labs in 2019. Since then, we have worked on the first version of Ekei Life. We have developed an alpha version, and we have started to work on the boat of Ekei. We have been working with the Japanese manufacturers, it's been working greatly with them, and we have already prototyped 2 gel protectors, so true nutraceuticals. And we're already in talk with a retail network who is interested to commercialize our product. We're also talking with some venues in Tokyo mostly to install some flagships for customer acquisition. The next step for us is to raise a seed round. We need to support our growth. We need to attract more talents to hire to develop our ambitious game. And also we want to release 3 nutraceuticals for the first release of Ekei Stack. Partners are essential to our vision. We're looking for 2 partners right now. So the first one will be to improve the biological age diagnosis aspect of our framework. And secondly, to help us with the treatment of our biodata. We're also looking for medical advisors, so all of our recommendations will be science-proofed. This is extremely important for us. We also like to prepare on trends on the open market, and it would be great to start the discussion with potential partners. Thank you for your time, thank you for your attention. If you want to keep on going the conversation, please don't hesitate to send me an email to bilal@ekeilabs.com. I'm looking forward to talking with you. Thank you very much.